New at 5, Detroit homeowners gaining $1.4 billion in wealth in 2024 with a focus on neighborhoods growing. The stats coming from the housing market sales over 2 years, more than 200 neighborhoods. Today I asked the mayor what factors have played a role and how property taxes are being kept affordable. From the east side of Detroit to the mayor's office, it's being called a new wave of wealth being created in the form of home values rising by 19% since 2023.
If you knew what we paid for our home then, we actually have had a 500% increase.
Grace Moore and her husband Francois telling their story. The married couple among those seeing 9 straight years of rising home values.
We had vacant houses all around us before. Yep. There's not a vacant house on our block right now.
I crunched the numbers that show an average of more than $5,600 per home. The mayor attributes that to better public safety, improved parks, and more. With home values rising so much, what do you hope the cap on tax increases will achieve, and how long will there be that cap?
So the Michigan Constitution says that the taxes can only go up with inflation. And this is the ideal circumstance. Now people want to come in, the neighborhoods are stable, we've sold 25,000 side lots.
The mayor says with home values appreciating, generational wealth is being built here in the city of Detroit by Detroiters who never left during tough times. In Brightmoor, 26%, in Martin Park, 25%, and in Pingree Park, more than 50%. On the flip side, the mayor and the council leaders here say individual tax increases are capped by state law at 3.1%, meaning that costs remain affordable for current homeowners like George Preston. What kept you in this city when others were leaving?
I've seen some changes, but I was always comfortable there.
You see more people moving to the city to raise families?
Absolutely. People feel a lot more confident and security, looking for communities and nice pockets here to live in and not just be sheltered or bunkered in the downtown.
The city plans to send notices of proposed assessment changes this week. In the case of George's choice to remain living in Detroit for 60 years, there's nothing better than his home tripling in value. But he says it's also about taking pride in where you call home.
We have isolated incidents just like any place else, but it's always been safe. My wife has been comfortable there, so we raised our children there and we stayed.
Again, the mayor says the cap on property taxes is part of our state constitution that keeps pace with inflation. That said, a new home buyer would pay more for taxes when purchasing, of course, at a higher price.
Now, Simon, I know obviously you've done a lot of reporting on this. Does the mayor see this bringing more people to the city to live here and things like that?
Yes, in fact, even if he says, the homes may cost more as those prices are rising, but at the same time, the values continue to rise. So someone may be buying a home now thinking, in 4 or 5 years, that home's going to be worth a lot more, and they want to be a part of all the exciting things happening in the city at the same time.
An investment. Mm-hmm. All right. Okay. Thank you, Simon.